Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Comedy Podcast. This is Mac, and I'm here with Jason and Dylan.
What's good?
So the other week...
You want me to put a V for Vendetta?
I just want to say the other week, Jason was trying to say that I wasn't Chinese enough.
Yeah.
Look at me now. I'm a triad, dude. I got to fucking...
I don't hang out with people who aren't Chinese enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not Chinese. Yeah. Yeah, you should get one of these, dude, because you're fat and you sweat all the time.
Hold on a second. I'm writing a memoir of a geisha.
Yeah. That's actually Japanese. Hey,
well, the fan is Chinese or Japanese?
Don't ever
or
say...
dirty knees, or look at these.
It's both. The fan can be both. But
is this Chinese?
This can only be Chinese, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because the Japanese use the katana. It's a little curve. It's not as curvy as the... Actually, it's skinnier than the Arabs' swords and the scimitars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like a Sorab sword would be like a...
curved.
It'd be curved, but it'd be larger, not as skinny.
Yeah,
well,
which is always weird to me because it seems
that make
like
sense, though? It's not
the
skinny?
curved sword wouldn't have as far of a reach because it curves back. What's the
point of it?
What's the point of a curved sword?
So the katana is apparently great for while you're riding cavalry.
Katana also a great Mortal Kombat character.
When you're, it's very it's good for when you're riding cavalry because
Sisters to Melina.
When you slice down, it hits people better.
Shao Kahn's daughter.
And it's also very thin blade, and it's easier to use with agility instead of like a long sword.
Yeah, I'm an agile fighter, so I get that.
Speaking of sisters, Megan Thee Stallion has a song Captain Hook. About,
Can you turn Dylan up or something?
Who's Megan Thee Stallion?
It sounded like we're playing NPR in the background when Dylan started talking.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Who is it?
Speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, today on Fresh Air,
hip-hop rapper.
we're talking to Tori Graves.
Tory Lane.
Tory Lane.
I like female comics. I think that
we're calling Tory Lane from prison.
Hey, we're female comics. Yeah, we don't get booked enough.
Hold on a second.
Oh wait, you get booked more.
No, I'm just being Sarah Hulk.
Megan Thee Stallion was dating. How tall was she? Megan Thee Stallion was dating that little guy who shot at her, and he went to jail. Mm-hmm. You know this recent pop culture story. Mm-hmm. He's 5'3", and she's like 6 foot. Mm-hmm. Wow. I think it was self-defense.
Of course, yes.
Just based on the heights alone.
I'd assume so.
He shot her in the foot, which for her is a hoof. I believe that's called.
He actually shot her in the foot, but he was pointing the gun straight out. He's just so short, it only reached her foot.
You think he said when he did it? Do you think he said we're female comics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he shot her.
Yeah, shout out to Sarah Holcomb and Jamie Schreiner. Amazing video about female comedians. They said that women are way better at producing shows but get no clout. Yeah. Which is very sexist.
That might be true.
And it just sounds like
because women are good at sort of like
I know, but
taking care of the house.
How do they
not
get clout?
They're just organized.
I feel like if you say that,
men were out
you're
hunting.
probably like in it for the right reasons if you're looking for clout from it. So that's a good, kind of way to showcase who you are as a person.
Why do they not get clout, and why are they and why are they being clout chasers?
Shouldn't you just be happy about your show being good? Apparently,
I guess she was probably saying that her show.
She was supposed to get more clout.
She doesn't get
that's
enough
why
clout,
she did it.
maybe.
So.
Isn't a Shriner an old man who wears one of those little hats?
Yeah,
Comedy Shriner.
So Jamie's actually one of those.
Yeah.
We should get her a go-kart. They used to ride go-karts in the parade.
Yeah.
The
is
little
that right?
go-karts.
Yeah. It's just old guy frat, right? That's all it is.
It is. And
I think that's what it is.
I want to join like a moose lodge.
Well, I want to. If I'm going to join something, I'm joining the Masons. I'm joining something real.
Yeah.
Or the Illuminati if we get rich enough.
Live Freemason, die hard.
We're social
Moose Lodge
creatures.
Hotel.
Is Illuminati and the Freemasons, are they enemies? Is
I
that
think the Freemasons are Illuminatis.
or are they the
So they're
same?
kind
Or
of
are they
enemies.
similar?
I listened to a podcast about the Freemasons. I can't remember fucking shit. It was like so boring.
What about Free Jason?
Yeah.
Nice. Seriously,
So,
Free Jason. He didn't do anything.
We actually have they're doing Free Jason or Free Willy. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fat whale.
Nice self-deprecating. That's all. I feel bad when we Anyway, Free Willy was a great movie.
Free Willy?
It was good. I was researching Asian stuff, and I was looking at the Japanese flag. It's just like a red circle, you know. It's just like a red dot, and I'm like that. Why isn't that India's flag a red dot?
Yeah, good point.
Why are they,
what is India's flag?
They're appropriating India's culture. It's basically like it's like the Irish flag.
Yeah, because
it's the Irish flag,
I was
but in a
about
different
to
order.
say, I made the same joke just as you were saying it. I said it's just a British flag because they were fucking whatever.
This is what we call a beehive.
They were dominated by Britain.
No, I know, but
all that time.
It's really funny that they became independent and then took Ireland's flag.
Yeah,
they became completely independent of the British Empire and then just took their next door neighbor's flag. It's like what? Wouldn't you want something creative?
Actually, India kind of dominated England too because they love tea and fucking they have Indian food everywhere. It's like the best food you can get in England. Like they culturally dominated.
And then while we're talking about tea, why don't we just say something, get some in here? What are you drinking?
Oh, yeah, I'm drinking Cool Steeper Club tea.
Oh, hell
this is a Kenyan black, just like Barack Obama.
Nice. That's awesome. And can I try it?
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, this might be cranberry black. It's a little fruity. Or
it's cranberry Kenyan black, I think. Because it tastes like a cranberry Obama. Yeah.
And I go, the Cranberries didn't have any black people.
That's true, yeah. They were Irish, I think, going back to Ireland.
Maybe they were black Irish.
Jason, where can I get my hands on some of this?
CoolSteeperClub.com.
Awesome. Any discounts?
Yeah, there's a discount, actually. If you sign up with Bad Comedy, you get 25% off. And it helps our podcast. We get money from that.
25% off?
Yep.
That's like, so you're only paying, that's basically free.
Your first
with
order.
Inflation.
It's a subscription, yeah.
Isn't that basically free? That's basically free if you count inflation.
Yeah.
I've been taking a lot of financial classes.
Minus
I know
inflation, it's free.
Yeah. So put in code Bad Comedy, and it's free if you count inflation from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You're making money by buying this.
Yeah.
And you're making money
it's an investment.
We should start like a side business so we could like...
A side hustle? Yeah.
Yeah, like Bad Comedy something.
Kind of exploit our fame.
Like we could do like a live show or something.
Maybe we could do something with all the knives we have. Like we could cut your...
you just chop
up.
Bring in your sandwich, we'll cut it in half.
Cut things.
That would be good. And then you know that old commercial where they'd say, "That's not half." It was they're breaking apart some kind of biscuit or something.
I don't know this commercial, but this is
an
Aesop's Fable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where there's two things fighting over a piece of cheese, and then the monkey breaks it in half. He goes, "It's not even." He takes a bite, and then he ends up eating all the cheese.
So there have actually been huge territory battles that have been settled by you make one person decide what's half. The other person sets the half line.
Where's this?
And then the first person gets to decide which half they want.
I don't know.
That's
so
smart.
If me and Mac were splitting
it's like gerrymandering
a pizza, then Mac gets to decide.
Oh yeah. I always like to do it like that.
I get to pick.
Yeah. So you have to do it.
Beauty.
Yeah.
It's genius. It's simple.
Mm-hmm. But what I do is
we actually did that with the baby we were fighting over.
I cut a big one when I'm the cutter, and then I say, "Still, I'm going to take the big one." Sorry.
Yeah. It's like while I have the knife, instead of cutting it, I stab them and I take the whole thing.
Dude, that's way smarter.
Yeah. We actually had the dispute over a baby, and Solomon said cut it in half, and I said fine. I get to cut in half, and you get to pick the bigger half.
Yeah. Well, my culture we call them Sauerman.
Okay.
I've been eating so much pizza this year. I stopped eating the crust. Just at 30, I stopped eating the crust, and I wish I just stopped when I was a little kid.
Right?
Because just how many crust particles are gonna forever be part of my body.
Wait, why do you hate the crust? What's the issue?
Well, just when you eat pizza in such a high amount, it's you're just like, this is just contributing to my
say it again, brother. Say it again.
Oh, you're trying to lose weight, so you're cutting the crust off.
Well, I wouldn't say trying.
Mm-hmm. What's that thing? You are losing weight.
What's that thing people say?
I wouldn't say that either. So I'm gaining it. I don't want to just add on extra crust. It's not that good.
Yeah.
What's that thing people say again that I was talking about before the podcast? It's not say it again. It's like that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like,
also
that's what I'm talking about. Is it's the same thing. So if you respond to someone and say that's what I'm talking about, I'm like, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Look who's talking
to you.
now.
That's what I'm talking about to you.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
Analyze this.
It was tell me about it. And sometimes I feel like I'll see people, someone's on board already, and then they say, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
They'll
It's like-
throw in an extra. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And I say-
I don't never do that.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I say yes. I say no because I'm not listening because I'm probably focused on something else. 'Cause I have heavy ADD.
Yeah, you don't even respond a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I was watching interrogation videos, and they were saying
I watch
that,
so many of those
Me
now.
too.
It's bad.
You ever see the one where they're like, if you do that, it actually indicates you're probably lying. When you keep on trying to affirm, like, do you know what I mean? And like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're really
Yeah,
trying to
but-
convince them to believe what you're
Yeah.
saying.
The thing
Because
is,
you're
if you just
convincing.
believed it, you'd just be like, you wouldn't need to qualify.
The
it.
thing with those
They
videos
call them qualifying
is the
statements.
analysts, they have very conflicting things a lot of the time. So like it can mean that they're being truthful because they're so comfortable about saying it, but it could be a lie because they're trying to be truthful. It's like, well, okay.
The
they're-
psychology
they're-
guy I
they're-
listened to said there's no real way to know anything for sure. And,
With
but there are
nonverbals,
like
with nonverbals
indications.
you can't because everyone's different, really. But I mean, I took like nonverbal and verbal communication classes in college.
I think our autistic friend Dylan would have failed that class.
Thank you,
It's more what they
other Dylan.
what they have to do is like you have to notice a pattern of stuff with with their verbal and their nonverbals. Because
know
some
what
people
pattern-
just
Imagine
like
taking a
Luca
class-
Farrow just talks with his hands all the time,
Well, he's
and
Egyptian. That's what
and
the
he's Egyptian.
Egyptians
What a
do.
totally pointless class to take, knowing that you go into the world of comedy where everyone's autistic and nonverbals mean nothing to anybody.
Yeah, that's
You know, it's
true.
like college really doesn't prepare you for life.
yeah,
Not at all.
yeah.
Took a
more-
whole class on nonverbals
Yeah,
only to find out that in 2024, half of the people I've known in my life are autistic and can't understand
college. I'd say more like college.
No, it's
Crappy college.
When you're a kid, you think, I'm never going to need a calculator.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, it was Iowa.
He has
knew
fraternal
that.
instincts.
I know. Did you go? What'd you major in? Tesla?
I majored
He was in
communications.
business, which is a huge mistake.
guys are
It turns out
business
you don't need
majors.
a degree for
Well,
that. It's very bad business, but on the college, it's good business.
Bad business.
Sell
Yeah.
me a degree. I don't.
There's no
need.
business like show business.
I started off as a
Absolutely,
business
takes it
major,
down.
but the business school at Iowa was real tough, and I was not good at math, and you had to do all these accounting classes and shit. And I was like, I don't need to learn this fake math. Like also
math,
stats where they give like fake numbers and fake things. I'm like
imaginary numbers.
I'm never gonna
That's
need this.
fake.
A calculator is gonna do this. So I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a communications major, which is way easier, and drink for 4 years
And you just tell
Yeah.
people.
and graduate, and then I'll just still do business with a calculator.
Communication really is business. It's not about standard.
My son told me he's a
deviations and-
communications major.
Yeah.
I wish he would have never communicated that to me.
I'm happy
Yeah.
I
It's a
standard
horrible
deviated
thing to
my way out of that
communicate.
major. I'll tell you that much.
I found out that people with a bachelor's, I read a study, people with a bachelor's degree in philosophy have more upward mobility and raises in a company than people with an MBA.
Really?
Yeah, a 4-year degree
I
versus
thought
a
you
6-year
had.
degree.
I thought you had a
MBA
fat.
is
I
a
thought you had a
shit,
bachelor's.
Yeah, I got a FAT.
Oh, Jason.
A bachelor.
I didn't get a BA. I
You
got a
took the
FAT.
FAT to get in?
Yeah, I had to study.
FAT.
I got a 600 pounds on the FAT.
No.
What does a what does a master's
I
even
scored
do?
I scored a 600 pounds.
Master's just qualifies you to get some jobs over others. Is that it?
No, I
It
think
qualifies you to have slaves.
qualifies you to look like a dumbass, in my opinion.
And then what's
Let's do more of this.
CPAs and
useless thing.
CFAs are accountants, right? Tax accountants.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think those are professional.
CPU, that's computer processing.
And then
something.
CP is something
HTML, that's hypertext.
CP is something that Jeff Asmus watches.
CP. I did a good joke. There was a guy at the open mic who had cerebral palsy.
Yeah, but be careful on the free episode.
I was gonna. I said I'm so relieved that he had cerebral palsy because when I heard the next comedian had CP, I thought we were gonna have to call the police.
I talked to that. That guy was cool. He drove.
No,
down.
he was great.
He drove down from like Milwaukee just to like.
Yeah. Well, he said he was doing
Oh, he had
something.
one other show too.
Yeah, he goes around. He was doing the improv in Milwaukee, and he said I talked to him for a while.
I thought he was saying that his name was Sarah, and he was a fan of Halsey, the singer. And I had no idea he was R-worded.
I thought he was talking about cooking, and he had a new kind of parsley called cerebral parsley.
What about like cerebral
That
Paul
sounds
Miller?
good.
Like, does that go good with pasta?
Yeah, I never understood parsley. Why did it put like? I don't think restaurants do that much anymore. But I remember when I was younger, they would always put a piece of parsley,
Oh, yeah.
even like on the side of like a grilled cheese when I go to dinner.
Yeah, that's a
like,
decoration, but there are some cooking purposes for it.
Cerebral
Yeah.
Paul
It
McCartney.
makes your food kind of taste like fresh.
But can we say that parsley is the most pointless bullshit of all time.
On the plate like that, yes. As a plate ornament, whatever.
And because it
Parsley.
wouldn't be a nice place either. It'd just be like some.
No, it's only at shitty places.
It would be it'd be a
24-hour Greek diners.
Yeah, like Greek diners. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But those places rule.
Where I grew up, there was 3 24-hour Greek diners, and we would drink coffee all night, every night.
Yeah.
And I would not go to school.
That's
Where I grew up,
awesome.
they ended-
Yeah. I would fight my parents every morning because I'd be so tired from staying up all night.
Why didn't you get drunk? This was when
I would get drunk too, but we were 16, 17, so it was like booze wasn't easy
I started
to get.
drinking when I was 13, baby.
We had to get a run.
Been partying ever since.
I started drinking when I was 14. First drink.
Well, that means I'm cooler than you.
Started smoking when I was 14 as well.
I started smoking cigarettes at age 14.
I started with Black and
And
Milds.
then I never stopped.
I used to smoke like a pack of Black and Milds a day. Four Black and Milds a day.
Yeah.
I should be dead.
I smoked a lot of Black and Milds. I drank the wine wood tip.
Yeah. Honestly, those started making me sick.
I was saying, let me get a wine wood tip.
The ones that were like flavored started making me sick.
Yeah,
I just had to get the straight up.
But it's funny. It's funny the route I took with cigarettes because I was a full cigarette smoker until I started vaping, and I started with Newport 100s because I was black for 2 years of high school.
Yeah.
I started with Newport 100s, which is the harshest cigarette you can really get.
Those are pretty rough.
And so I just threw myself in the fire. Like the first time I hit one of those and smoked one of those, I thought I was like hammered. It was crazy. But then
I was drunk the first time I smoked, and I got that head rush where you feel like you're traveling through time. It's like when the Millennium Falcon and all the stars come forward, like in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You're like smoking a cig, and you're like, oh my god.
But then when I was when I was in the process of transitioning from black back to white, I switched to Marlboro Menthol Lights. Marlboro Menthol Normals.
I smoked a lot
and then when I was white,
My favorite menthol brand was Cool with a K.
yeah. And then when I was white, I started smoking Marlboro Reds, the cowboy cigs, and then I went down to Camel Blues.
I smoked Reds.
Because they were
I like Jason's
lights.
more. It
They
was
were
real.
Huh?
I said I like Jason's more. It was real.
What was mine?
You smoked 4-packs a day and it sounded real.
No.
I don't think Mac was smoking cigs at 8.
I didn't smoke
I said at
4.
14.
I didn't say I
freshman
smoked
year
4.
of high school.
I said I smoked 4 Black and Milds a day. A pack of Black and Milds is 4.
You gotta smoke the whole pack.
I was
Look at
smoking
you
a
guys
pack of Black
smoking
Milds a
cigs.
day.
I
But cigs, I smoked a pack a day. Number 27s was my brand, but I would get whatever the buy one get one free was. In Indiana, they were $3.25 when I started smoking.
See, so
Really?
specific,
Yeah,
you
so I
know
would just
it's
take my
real.
lunch money and
they
buy
were always
cigs.
expensive in
like an anorexic
Evanston.
girl.
But there was an Eastern European kid that went to my school that would sell cigarettes that he would get shipped to him from Albania.
This is making me want to smoke.
And it'd
We're
be-
gonna get so banned on YouTube. I don't even think they like you talking about this shit.
It'd be
like,
fi-
Smoke one,
tobacco.
Jason.
It'd be $5 flat per pack for this
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
and when it would normally be like $9 at the store. Plus, you had to try to get it to the store.
I told myself if cigs got above $5, I would quit, and I did. In
yeah, and
Indiana.
now they're like 18.
No, in Indiana they're still like $5.50.
Oh, they're cheap down there. Yeah.
So it's like if I would have said if $6 and I'll quit, I'd still be smoking.
Have you guys seen what the Cook County Treasurer looks like?
What's that mean?
Have you seen what the Cook County Treasurer looks like?
I'll grab one. I don't know what that is.
The treasurer for the county, the one who
here's one.
charges the property taxes and everything.
Can I have one?
The one who has all of our tax money.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know who that is. Are you gonna pull him a pic?
I'm gonna do a cool thing where I
We
pull
should
it
get
up.
a cigarette sponsor.
So what I'm gonna do is
We talk about smoking.
Yeah.
so one day first Jason for all of these, and I'm also gonna get you guys Christmas.
These are
gifts in
CBD
2
cigs. They
years.
got no nicotine. I'm not addicted, so I don't
Yeah.
mind giving them out because it's not like a.
Yeah, I know you're not.
It's not like I'm fiending for them.
Yeah, but then whenever I see people asking for cigs and bumming cigs, I just think, yikes! Just because. It's
Dude,
a
this-
little tax that you got just to be social. Someone's like,
It's
"Can I
wild
bum it?
how
Can I be a
comfortable
bum?"
people are asking to hit this like 100 times in a night. It's wild. It's like, what is your problem? Just buy one.
this
And I'm
one's
talking to
short.
you, Dando
think all the
Simo.
tobacco's
I'm
coming out of
talking
them.
to you, both my brothers. I'm talking to you,
Nura.
Nura. Why do you think that that's okay? You understand when you're hitting it, that's less for me. And if there's not a store nearby, I have to buy these out of the county. So I have to drive.
That's how you all get COVID. Put your mouth on that thing.
So don't ask me to hit my vape, okay?
Yeah.
Ever again.
Do you know what I found out that vapes are actually made out of?
What?
Bats from a wet market. Fuck. That's why everyone got COVID, because they started smoking vapes too much.
I was trying to quit back.
We can't talk about that word.
Oh, wait a minute. I said stovid.
Crovid?
Crovid.
No, this is we're truth
The birds
tellers.
flew. Crovid.
We're bullshitters, but we're truth
This
tellers.
episode is fucked for YouTube. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I don't think you're supposed to talk about tobacco either, because on my Twitch
Who
stream,
gives a shit anymore. There's too many things in not talking
for
about.
real,
I honestly started thinking, has it been
the
a
only
bit
thing you're
the whole
allowed
time?
to talk about is how women don't get booked enough on comedy shows.
We're female comics. We get booked more per capita than males. That should be the video. And
so
then
much
we're
more
done.
per capita.
That's the
Well,
end
let's
of the
get that per
video.
capita number. Let's do the real math there, and then
unless you're
We
really,
really should.
bad, like
We should add up everyone. I'll do my followers. I'll
and
add up all the male comics I have and female comics.
we'll do the
of both.
no-show percentage.
somebody did that. They published it
The
in the
stats.
Reader.
What did it
I was
say?
just talking to Joe about it. It was a long time ago. It was a woman who made the article, and the stats were completely bullshit. And they said it was like men were getting booked way more.
Oh my!
But
well,
they based it on the idea that half the people in the comedy scene were women,
which is just not true. It's like
no, it didn't do per capita.
All right, guys,
the one or something.
real quick. The people can see
And they
this,
published it because
but
they're unscrupulous.
everyone-
it's just math. You can't get mad at us for math.
Guys, look at this. Sorry, it's on the screen. So this is the Cook County treasurer. This is the woman who's doubled my property tax bill since I moved in 3 years ago.
Woman.
None of our patrons have.
This is all
property.
still
No,
math.
but also all the other taxes.
You're losing people.
This is all taxes.
We lost people.
Nobody
It's an
has-
ad.
nobody
The
has
ad
that.
loses.
These are
people.
all the taxes.
But it gets us money. It's an ad.
It does. It's
is
never
not-
gotten us money.
Shut up.
Listen to me. This is not
Single
just
time.
property taxes. This lady it's all taxes that are county go to her. Cigarette tax is anything. Look at what she's wearing. She buys these designer jackets
She
with
looks
it.
cool.
I'm gonna run against her.
I'm gonna
She's-
vote for her
Bet
though.
she didn't find that on the bus.
Unless
It's
you
on my
start
head on the
dressing like
bus.
that, I'm not voting for you.
This is the definition of Crook County. This right here, and she's been the fucking thing.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Mac, but I'm gonna vote for her over you unless
God
you start wearing
damn
that
it.
hat. Don't escape from OBS, please. Okay.
This guy doesn't even have a Louis Vuitton hat.
If you don't wear a fuzzy hat like that, I don't even want to come on the podcast.
You have to
anymore.
have a fuzzy bucket hat.
Can we get you that?
If you're the treasurer,
Can you send me that picture? I want to dress like that.
I'll show it to you later.
What's
I
her
was
name?
thinking about how to add to my
I think it's
gangster.
Maria Pappas or
Ooh, Pappas is a cool name.
that's Greek.
I used to know a girl in elementary school named Mindy Pappas. Shout out to Mindy. Wherever you are, Mindy, I hope you're doing good.
I don't care.
When I was in the first grade, I had a crush on Stephanie Felker.
Robertson?
And then
You
we
just-
were
wait,
playing a game
why'd
at
you have a
indoor
crush on
recess.
Stephanie Robertson?
I don't have a crush on Stephanie
Why'd you
Robertson.
interrupt
That's what
him,
you
Mac?
just said.
I prefer the Doors to the Ramones.
We're interrupting each other.
Anyway. I had a crush on Stephanie Felker, and we were playing a game at indoor recess, and then you asked to play, and Stephanie said yes, and in my head I wanted to say no, but I knew that that was just my
Yeah, indoor
jealousy.
recess kind of ruled.
No, it doesn't.
Show recess
It did at
ruled.
my school.
Tell me why.
Because they had those cool little it's like a plastic thing. It's not a skateboard thing, but
would you go to the gym?
no, it has like 4 little wheels on the bottom, like
Oh, yeah.
like
It's
little
like a
wheels like
skateboard.
that. Yeah, and it's like a square, and you can just sit on it.
Because you
slide
go to
around.
the gym
Yeah, use a square.
What?
for indoor recess. You
Yeah,
go to the gym.
Yeah,
I would
A
skip
lot of
class
schools have
every
too
day
many
at
kids
recess.
to go to the gym, so they have to stay in their classroom like we did, and that sucked. I worked as a recess monitor for 4 years.
So
I'm
Jason has
sort of
some
an expert
trauma.
in this area.
Yeah. What's it?
Okay.
What are those called?
Okay.
Recess monitor?
No, those things with wheels on them.
I actually don't know, but
Oh.
I know exactly what you're talking
You
about
should
because
know
we
as a
had
recess
them
monitor.
too.
Jeff
we played this.
Jeff Asmus definitely knows.
Yeah, me and Jeff worked together, and Ian Abramson worked at that job too. Actually,
Oh, weird. Another person that I might suspect of a Jeff Asmus crime.
well,
Some black.
I don't know why. If he wanted to be more approachable to children, why does he have that mustache?
No,
he
it's-
should look younger, not older.
No, it's because he doesn't.
he has
wear-
that mustache. It makes him look
Ian
older.
He
Abramson-
was trying to look black.
Children
so he
don't
looks
relate
cool.
with them.
No, you don't know why he does the fake mustache all the time. It's because when he's doing that stuff with kids,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the mustache on, and he puts it on for disguise.
I thought it was because he was trying to trick Chinese social credit face sensors.
No, it's so when he's in a lineup, they're like, "Oh, he didn't have a mustache." So
yeah,
it
yeah, it
was-
can't be him.
Every lineup needs a mustache guy and a bearded lady.
Yeah.
Who was that guy with cerebral palsy who came to the mic? He was cool.
I forgot his name.
We should have him play Tom Ryan in a game of Operation.
Ooh.
It'd be like on ice or something.
Yeah.
Tom Ryan versus Stephen Hawking.
Speaking of Tom Ryan, go to patreon.com/badcomedy for all guest episodes that have ever been made.
Dylan hates ads.
We're costing ourselves the future.
People aren't turning off.
And then Dylan, every time you do that, it causes this, which is non-content.
People thought maybe it could be a charming recurring bit. I always ruin the ads.
No, it's not charming. It's
harming.
It's harming, yeah.
But so are ads.
But guys, check out all the guest episodes and every episode that was made for about 2 years before we put anything public on patreon.com/badcomedy. And then also, if you join, you'll be a member of an exclusive club, an army of baddies.
It's kind of when you.
I would never be a part of any club that would have me as a member.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I want to get invited on Aaron Chase's podcast.
Yeah, that's a good podcast. Should we do Aaron Chase's podcast?
We should as a team.
Or let's.
I'll tell you the type of club I want to be a part of. A club soda.
Nice.
I don't drink alcohol, so I like a nice club soda at the bar.
Oh.
If Aaron Chase would put himself on video during it, then
you ever go to the soda? Do you ever go to the soda fountain and play jacks and stuff like that? Good. Yeah.
Only if I take my date there, I'll say, "Give me a milkshake, 2 straws."
Nice. Yeah.
Exactly.
Milkshakes. I feel like a milkshake is the thing that makes people fat.
Did you see Tyler Fowler?
It's just melted ice cream that you're just drinking.
Yeah, he's drinking it's like, can I get dairy but thicker?
Because that's what Mac
dairy.
Mac from Always Sunny said he drank ice cream to get fat. So
bodybuilders will drink ice cream to bulk up sometimes.
Yeah, it's just
really?
a little bit
probably
much.
with protein powder in there.
Yeah.
Did you see Tyler Fowler ordered a milkshake when he was sitting with some guy and they came back and gave him one with 2 straws?
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like, they thought I was gay.
That's a vibe.
Yeah. He's not
is that
gay?
one of his bits or is that real?
He posted on his story.
He's not gay? I always thought him and Vic Pandia were gay.
I thought he was.
I saw them having sex in the bathroom of CG's.
Well, they actually have a third now. They have a woman of color.
Yeah, in Team US.
Yeah, so
what?
Expanded. They're more diverse now.
They're the business comics.
Are you sure it's not Team Us?
You got to respect the
It
business.
is Team Us.
Is it? Oh,
I thought it was Team US forever. Then someone clarified to me that it's Team Us, and
We have to make
refuse
ours
to believe
Team
it.
Them.
how about Timu?
Let's be Team Them.
Yeah, let's be Team You.
Yeah.
Team They Them.
Team They Them. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
The future is not binary, folks.
You really want
Yeah.
Team Us? Get out of your head.
The Go Puff thing's here. I'm gonna go get it.
Go Puff.
This is not
so
an
it's
ad for
kind of
Go Puff.
insulting.
Yeah.
Go Puff is kind of what my belly has been doing since I've been eating donuts.
Hey
every day.
guys,
Exactly.
hey guys, don't
More
get
like
Go
no
Puff.
puff.
Don't get Go Puff unless Go Puff decides unless you unless Go Puff wants to give us money.
Unless it's a magic dragon, I'm not puffing it. I'm not huffing it unless it's paint.
Dude,
not.
I've huffed paint thinner before, and I was at a party. Everyone was super fucked up, and then I was walking around with the paint thinner can, just huffing it, and being like, "Thinner, chicken dinner."
Thank you.
And I was like, "Anyone want to hit this?" You know, and some people did. It was fun.
Paint thinner. What is Jason Huff, right?
Yeah, paint thicker.
Yeah. He thick though.
That's probably how he got that way. He orders his milkshakes extra thick.
Andy Warhol tried to make a Jason thing. He ran out of paint because he was only trying to make just one version of him, and it's sad, you know. You want to
Andy,
try to make a statue.
I think Warhol sounds like a chemical, like alcohol, or
How about like peace, oats?
I wonder what's
oats.
the chemical that's in paint thinner. It's probably like Andy. It's probably called Andy Warhol.
Probably some kind of paint.
Yeah. So we were saying that we were talking about
Face
huffing
paint.
paint thinner, Jason, and then
Thinking, what is Jason
then
Huff paint thicker?
yeah, you've huffed paint thicker.
Paint thicker.
Yeah, because I huff paint thinner, and
So
you
that's
have
kind of funny.
so you
It's
huff
kinda-
paint thicker, right?
Hold on, let me catch my breath.
Yeah. So, I think that's enough said.
We need when Dale walks up those stairs. It's about 20 minutes, so he can catch his breath.
How is Dale doing lately?
I
heard
haven't. I
much
think
from
he's
him.
mad at me still
Yeah.
from the live show.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
so mad about that.
We've
favors.
texted because I was like super busy on the Monday when he had that mic, and then he posted like that was his last night bartending in it. So
Oh, really?
I texted him, but I guess he's just not doing Mondays anymore.
Oh, his last name. He was probably just doing that as a
I heard
And then,
Joey Diaz
as a
say,
lie to
like,
get people out.
Joey Diaz made fun of Tom Segura for doing a Sunday show. He said, "Put that in your contract. I'm not a fucking loser. I'm not doing Sunday shows."
What?
You just add a lisp. It
I
sounds
don't like
someone
Joey
else I
Diaz
know.
at all. I think he's a compulsive liar.
You think so? Because like the master bullshitters, they will trick you,
Yeah,
and you'll think it's a real story.
I think he's a compulsive liar.
Uh-huh.
Which I hate. He's still my friend, I guess. I'm not going to name him, but he was a compulsive liar all of college, and we call him out all the
Who,
time.
Ike?
No.
just joking.
You guys don't know.
No, but Joey Diaz, you'll see crazy stories.
He's the only friend of yours that I know from like before the podcast.
Yeah. Well, you met my roommate Jack Walsh probably before.
Do you
I know
think-
Joe Walsh.
You guys ever?
Yeah, life's been good to me
Yeah.
so far. Wow, 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 wow. That's a really good song.
Or
Actually.
I feel like. I feel like. Are you guys more one-liner or storyteller comics?
Neither. I'm somewhere in the middle.
I consider
Good
myself like a
balance.
kind of truth teller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bullshitter like Joey Diaz.
Yeah. What I say,
ass.
yeah, if I'm talking to Joey Diaz, I say you can't bullshit a bullshitter. No,
Yeah.
I don't lie. I just bullshit.
But I don't like
He
categories.
appreciates that. Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't like being labeled, just kind
Yeah.
of put me in a box as an artist. I
Yeah.
kind of gonna break the box.
I mean, I don't do the one line. I mean, my jokes are normally like 2 minutes long. There's not enough time for like a story.
it's tough because it is funny, or when it's a longer story. With the
Well, it
worse
depends.
payoff.
It's got to be really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Or else it's a waste of everyone's time.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see my clip I shared of Norm?
I'll see it at some point, and then I'll like all your posts. But I don't consume. I'm too busy. I'm too busy making content.
Who's Norm?
Yeah.
Who's Norm? He's. It's about co-parenting. It's on my Facebook, so you can check that out.
That's that guy. That's that guy that.
Oh yeah, let's do some ads for Dylan's Facebook.
That's that guy that sounds like Jason, right?
Love water, and it's free.
Why does Norm?
Let's
sound
do some ads for water now.
Just need pretty simple hydrogen and oxygen.
We're sponsored by
in a
water,
2-to-1
everybody.
ratio.
Yeah.
Make sure you use
Well,
bad comedy.
no,
and check out.
We were sponsored by Voss Water by getting free Voss Water.
Drink it while you can. I believe there was a massive flood about 12,000 years ago that washed away and kind of covered up the ancient civilization that was far more advanced than us.
No, that
It
never
was
happened.
terrifying. I believe it happened.
And then
It's not even.
Show me the article.
debating
Show me the
anymore.
article from MSNBC or Fox News.
somebody
that
had to
says
do
that.
this joke. Is God like the ultimate like school shooter?
Yeah,
Like he told like Noah not to go to school the next day, and then he flooded the earth.
that's
Yeah.
pretty good. You should do that.
Has that been
I've never
done?
heard that.
I think in high school one time I said
It feels like
No,
it
you
would have
gotta-
been done.
No, that's awesome. And until you see it or someone points it out, and you just
Do you think natural
wrote that
disasters
just
are
now.
natural
God was a
disasters are just like
shooter.
population control kind of?
God was a school flooder, but he was trying to control the population.
I think I said that in history class to a teacher. Is like I was like, do you think that natural disasters are just kind of like God's like population control or something?
I feel like a lot of
And he
school
was like,
shooters
no.
would have. They would want to be gods in a way, so it would make sense if
I'm
one
kind
became
of-
God.
I'm kind of a god.
God is kind of a narcissist.
I'm kind of a god, but I don't have a god complex. I have a god simple. It's not that complex. I just am God.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
so
doesn't have to be
Mac
complex.
does have kind of shooter tendencies.
There's nothing complex about it. I don't have shooter tendencies.
Well, we're talking about how God is. He's kind of the biggest school shooter of all time. He's a school flooder.
Yeah.
And that's, I never liked school, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But
amen.
But maybe not school shooter. Maybe because he's more of it. He
or
kills
just
a bunch of
school
people.
School.
What about
Star
Santa
Wars.
Claus? He's kind of got a hit list.
Mm.
And he checks it twice,
Yeah, he's always like, "You're naughty on my naughty list."
and then he puts
I mean,
lipstick on and lays back on the
I
couch.
kind of. It's always
Reference
emotional
that in
going
like
through
5 episodes.
reliving the nightmare of discovering that Christmas is not real, really, and we just got past holiday season, but
Well,
it's obvious.
It's
God,
more real
Santa-
than Kwanzaa.
Well, yeah, it's been
Name
around
one
a
person
while.
that celebrates Kwanzaa.
Kamala Harris. And
Zach
Zach
O'Ryan. Yeah.
That was it. Okay, fuck. You got me.
Pretty
there.
easy, actually.
Okay, name 2 people.
I believe Joe Biden celebrates it, but he doesn't know what he's celebrating.
Yeah.
We honestly just put a party hat on him and tell him it's his birthday.
Yeah. I mean,
And people are really quick to have these examples, things they do to.
wait, can I make a holiday? Can we
Powerless.
you can just make holidays, and if enough people like follow along with it, then it could be a thing. I'll do it. I'll do it.
We can get it started.
I'll do a Crohn's
Let's
holiday.
get it started in here.
You should have a
Yeah.
Crohn's Awareness Day. That's the best that you can get for
and
Crohn's.
everyone that has Crohn's gets a day off to take.
I like
take
this
shit.
idea.
They would
Crohn's
only-
holiday.
They'd only celebrate the
Crohn's
awareness
holiday.
stuff.
What's going to be some of the traditions?
Like who started
Teach people about and you
teach people
suffer.
about the suffering and the dire
Dire-
consequences, and it's completely undeserved. It's hereditary.
You get a bush.
You get
and-
it- you get it
get a
later in
bush and you
life.
decorate it with toilet paper.
Yeah.
Diarrhea straits.
And you just get it in your 20s for some reason
Yeah.
normally, and like
You do
for no reason. It's a
You
You
eat.
sit on the toilet for 4
The traditional
hours.
food is broth and Jello. You know, very stuff that doesn't agitate your belly.
Yeah, maybe like some
you're literally not supposed to eat
ginger
vegetables.
ale.
yeah.
Or you're not supposed to eat like
Fibrous
any
foods, right?
Fibrous and like hard vegetables, I guess. So like
I
asparagus.
just remember my brother would get sick and then he'd go to the hospital and they would just give him broth and Jello. And that was all he would eat.
Well,
All he
it's-
I was thinking about
he
that.
has
I mean, you
ulcerative
can eat a lot of
colitis.
food, but they just don't want you to eat food that's tough for your body to break down. So I just
This
eat
was like during a crazy flare up
So
where
I-
he was hospitalized. He's like literally on an IV
Oh, really?
and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So I just eat a bunch of pizza.
You think like drinking soda is good for you because it probably kills everything that it encounters.
Yeah, dude. Coca-Cola.
If it's besides for your teeth, but
It,
I feel like it might just like
it takes down all the posters that the
everything.
germs put up on your belly's wall.
Yeah.
that's good.
Coca-Cola.
What about that?
Peel off a sticker.
Jason, you kind of look like that that guy from the Mucinex commercial, that big booger.
Hey, leave me alone. They
we
should
need to
they should sue Shrek.
Shrek should
Mucinex?
sue them.
Yeah, I don't know which came first.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a chicken and the egg thing. You know.
There's somebody else who we used to call the Mucinex booger, and I'm having trouble remembering.
What
who
about
it
Dickin?
was.
What about Dickin?
Was this like Sam?
What about
Taylor?
Dickin and the egg?
You know who does the voice for the Mucinex commercial is T.J. Miller.
Oh, I thought it was TJ Maxx.
So in the post,
People have accused Sam Talon of sounding like T.J. Miller.
Yeah, but he stole that from him. Yeah.
So maybe he should be the
oh,
Mucinex
really?
guy because
damn.
he's also a big
oh
fat
wait.
guy.
I don't like
Shit.
TJ.
Shout out to Sam, friend of the show.
Yeah, I forgot that he's a friend. I'm so used to him being an enemy that it's tough for me to.
I'm looking out for Sam. He posted a picture on his Instagram of some animal spine out in the desert, and I sent a message, be careful, Sam.
Sam, I like you.
I'm looking out for Sam.
Sam, I like you, except for that you sent Robbie Flanagan upstairs to get people to leave.
And then
We don't know.
winked and-
We don't know. Do you know that?
What?
We think he did, right?
Well, you said he winked on the way out to Robbie.
Well, so everyone's leaving, and I wait around because I'm just going to say
Yeah,
bye.
yeah.
And honestly, I was ready to leave. I'd been there for hours.
yeah, we were there for a long time.
And then Sam goes, I didn't tell anybody to leave.
the thing is,
And everyone had already left. They kicked everyone out.
the thing is, I didn't know what I was going to do next, so I just left because I didn't want to be like rude. And
Yeah, they had to get rid of everything. So they had
the-
to get rid of everybody so Nishad Barrow could come up there and tell me my idea for Frasier 2 was bad. Fuck you, Nishad. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
we need
Frasier
be
2
more
is going to be
positive.
sweet.
He's probably going to Nishad borrow that idea and
Yeah.
fail at making it.
There's a
good.
Dan joke Steel Mo and Nishad Barrow yo joke.
Yeah.
How about Nishad Burrows, and he's brothers with Nate Burrows.
How
Anyway,
about it?
yeah. So anyway,
Dan, the Man of Steel.
shortly after Sam told me, everyone
The Dan of Steel. The Dan of
Super
Steel.
Dan,
was Super Dan.
the Dan of Steel.
Super Dan, the Dan of Steel.
He can steal jokes
should make a-
faster than a train.
Dude, we should spend months making a movie that's Super Dan of Steel.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a full,
man.
like a full feature film.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like exactly
Dan
like a
stealing
bad
jokes and,
60s one.
and like having a fight scene that destroys New York.
Yeah. He steals all these jokes, but somehow he's a good guy, and then Lex Luthor is trying to get the
wait.
jokes back to the people.
Or it'd have to, instead of Superman, it'd be like super non-binary person.
yeah,
Or
you're
just
right. Well, Super Dan.
Well, Super Dan.
super them,
Super Dan,
Dan.
super they.
Super they, and they're
Super they
they're a
Dan.
super theyro, not a
How about
hero.
he?
The
How about
Dan of
Super
Steel.
Dan and he like kills people who misgender them.
How about Vapor? How about Vapor Dan?
That would be. Yeah, just he can see his X-ray vision can see through these
How about
gender.
V for Dan Vetta?
That's good. What's up with all these? What's up with all these Peruvian comics on the scene being creepy, like Khalil and Fayed?
And Fayed.
He wants us to call him. He wants us to put him on the line, and he can tell his story, and he can let the. People, I think everyone should have a way to say.
He said he's going
story.
through. So shout out to Fahad. He asked us to come on the podcast and tell his side of the story. He's been banned from many open mics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happened. I haven't been a part of banning him. I guess he doesn't come to my open mic because somebody at my open mic wanted to fight him over this.
But he threatened. He threatened to fight Joe though. So he's scared. He's scared to fight this person.
I think
we read some
Traeger,
messages that someone shared with us that was about him threatening them.
Von Traeger wanted to fight him,
but he
and
deleted all those
'cause-
messages. He did Adam Crescetti.
Really?
Oh, really?
Bond did?
Adam Crescetti threatened Dan and then deleted all his messages.
That's why screenshots are key because.
And they're screenshot, all right. I read them.
Someone that sounds like Lotus, I screenshotted everything.
I think Von Traeger was like, "Hey, buddy, get off of my turf. I'm the creep around here.
Shout out to all the slow girls in the comedy scene.
Yeah,
I'm the only creep in these."
Shout out to the girls with downs that want to get extra attention.
Yeah, the girls with downs who are trying to get downs.
She was trying to nag you last night, which is
whoa,
a term I like to use.
Don't say careful, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Michael Robinson gave you the pass.
Yeah, I have the pass. I could say nag.
Well,
okay.
us three combined can give someone the pass. So.
Hey, I wanted to finish
Just
that.
What about the grr pass?
What is that?
Is if you add the first part and the second part.
I just want to finish that thought about Sam T before we move on. After Sam, the guy came up, he kicked everyone out, and then Sam said to me, "Oh, I didn't kick anyone out. You could stay." And then I saw Sam look over at him and give him kind of like a knowing nod.
Yeah,
Like just being like, "Don't fuck this up."
I think it was kind of like you did. We made this. We did this perfectly.
Yeah.
And he loved doing that to you right there too.
What?
Just being like, I'm lying to your face right now, not. And then he looks over and he goes like,
I think he was cool with me staying, but he was definitely lying. Yeah.
So
Because then I gave him a ride. I gave him a ride to the hotel at the end of the night, and he's like, "You're always invited, Jason."
"Oh no, that's
like
cool."
he said, like a fucking Italian mob.
No,
guy.
but that almost makes it sound
I
like
was
some people aren't.
Sam, I go.
Yeah, it makes it seem like he just wanted me out.
Clarify.
Yeah. Then I held a knife up to his throat, and I said, "I go where I want anyway."
Yeah, I thought about doing
Buddy.
that.
Hey Sam,
I don't need your invitation,
Sam, I want to know if the purpose
that's
in the green room is Zany. Sam, I want to know if you having Robbie Flanagan, who I went to elementary school with, tell people to leave the green room if you're not on the show, was because you just wanted me to leave.
It would have been cool if
I think he
Alex
just
Lund was here.
I think it was just too costly.
It was just
I don't know if it was
Nathan
you.
Lund.
Yeah, too many extra people. Yeah,
It was a lot of people up there.
I was
no.
mixing these guys up. Alex Luchin, Nathan Lund. Though that's the combo.
I mean,
Yeah.
But if you just add
That's a better.
Nathan Lund
That's a better
to
combo than pretzel and cheese.
I mean, that might have been
Or pepperoni.
the coolest green room I've been in. Like my heroes, Luchin and
yeah, but if we just had those two on the pod,
Sam Talent's way funnier friend name.
Alex
Nathan Lund.
Luchin,
Nathan Lund. Yeah.
Nathan Lund.
It's cool you got to meet Lund,
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, Nathan.
but you
Lund.
were starstruck.
So if we had those
I
two
was.
right here,
I told him.
if we had those two here, that's a better hang.
Yeah.
Sam Talent, the more I hear about him, the less I like the
Dude,
guy.
I keep asking Nathan to write a book.
I want Luchin.
Sam Talent is a manipulator, or he pretends to be your friend one moment, he backstabs you the next moment.
It has Robbie Flanagan kick you out of the green room.
He's a climber. He's climbed his way onto the Joe Rogan podcast and then fell down, and so that's what.
No,
he
he didn't fall
ours.
down. We have a direct connection with the Joe Rogan podcast. So
He pretended to be my friend.
Am
He's
I
pretended to
crazy
be-
I think Joe Rogan has a small head.
and a
I think
dick.
he's a small guy.
Oh, Brandon's walking up.
I've heard he's a very tiny man.
Nope. We need to do more time.
What are we at?
So this is kind of a numbers conversation once again. And
Well, because he has to leave early, like
5.
always.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like
we got to
what?
do 16 and a half more minutes.
Okay. Well,
just let me talk
Brandon's
about
early.
how
I'll
much
let
I
him
love-
up, and
Yeah,
then
he can just
we
hang out.
We can go.
Tell
And
him
then
I have HBO Max.
Okay.
HBO Mac. So
this is HBO Mac.
it's
and
Mac
Dylan Internet.
I said on stage, it's Mac History Month, folks. So let me tell you a little bit about my past. And
Seriously,
then
tell us about your
I
life
did the
and shit.
9/11 joke.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all just kind of off the riffing on stage.
Mm-hmm. So,
I said right off the bat, I was like,
this is
you guys haven't seen me around. I've been busy with work. I go door to door and knock on different doors because I went to this Jay-Z concert and I'm a Jehovah's Witness now.
Nice.
And then I said,
knock.
just kidding. I've been studying to renew my stock license because I want to be a stockbroker again.
Have you ever heard the thing?
And then I was like, the reason I'm doing this is well, it's Back History Month. I'll tell you a little bit about my background. And I did the 9/11 joke with the Dalvante tag.
So you have a good credit score, I would imagine.
That was the first set I've done in a long, long time, and I crushed.
So have you ever heard of you sit down with Jay-Z at dinner or you take $500K? So is the wisdom that he could give you in that dinner or lunch?
I would take the money in an instant.
And I heard people say if you did the lunch, then he would just say, you're so dumb for not taking the money the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
How about Nathan Lunch?
I think
told
exactly.
Brandon
I think
there's
if I went to
water
dinner-
in the fridge.
I think if I went to dinner with Jay-Z, then I would get more retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
respect
you kinda
Jay-Z
just
ever
do
since he
as you
backed
go.
down to Beyonce when she wrote Lemonade. He didn't. He kind of pussied out. I thought he was like a cool, like badass.
Like,
guy.
No, I heard he's not gangster
Do
anymore.
people think he's a
not-
genius or something? Why is that even a question?
I'm not a
because
businessman. I'm a businessman.
yeah, because the question he proposed was $500,000 at dinner with Jay-Z. $500,000 in a second, I would take.
And some people would say,
Yeah.
no, you want to get this.
What knowledge does he have?
I would
Well,
spend
nothing
$500,000.
He would say to you,
Do whatever's best for his family.
he said, "Don't be a businessman, be a businessman."
I want
That's
to
all
tell
he
Jay-Z
would
to
say.
his face.
say thank
I didn't like that OJ song. Why are you telling people to invest in paintings?
It's dumb as hell, dude.
I like
Or are you going to buy a
I like lemonade.
What good
but-
does that do anybody?
NFT?
So I discovered that Gucci Mane doesn't. He used to say Gucci Man LaFleur. He doesn't say that anymore. So
It's still his Instagram name, I think.
oh really?
LaFleur.
But he doesn't say it in his songs. He used to always say it. So I like Gucci Man LaFleur's pre-prison Gucci, fat Gucci.
Huh? Oh.
I like Fat Gucci Mane. I'm a huge fan of Fat Gucci Mane, but I still like Gucci. But
You don't like his clone?
I like Gucci Mane LaFleur. Yeah. I like Gucci Mane LaFleur a lot more.
They clone Gucci Mane
LaFleur.
Tyrone.
Yeah, that's so funny that's actually a real thing, a real like conspiracy.
Yeah.
That got brought up.
You know
during
what's
our
crazy,
thing with,
though, is
Kelly Robinson. I think
They
the
really
clone.
do look way different, though. Like pre and post jail, like Gucci Mane looks like a different person.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, he does to me.
Oh, dude.
Better
Like
or
fat
worse?
Gucci Mane versus like he came out of jail like jacked and
Oh,
like in
good.
shape, and he looks great, and he like doesn't rap about lean anymore and stuff.
Can you imagine how terrifying just Mike Tyson coming out of prison must have been?
dude.
Because he was
For
already
women?
Well, no.
Yeah. He should do comedy. Yeah. Mike Tyson should do comedy. But no, but
That is kind of funny. Like a guy afraid to box him or fight him, and then it's like you should see what he'd do if you were a woman.
you want to hear something wild?
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, there's like a.
He
Whatever.
could knock you out. but who
That
cares?
case is weird because I think a lot of people don't believe it, and they just like Mike Tyson's not canceled. Like he's just around.
Yo, Kelly Robinson's a DJ, and he opened or DJ'd for David Allen Coe.
Oh wow!
Did you see that thing Michael Myers posted? I think it was.
And David Allen Coe is like wildly sorry, real quick. David Allen Coe is like known for being at least
No one knows who
at
that
least
is.
now like
I don't
wild.
know who it is.
No
either.
one knows
I don't
that
know who.
guy,
Did. I think
man.
he's a country guy who Mac likes.
Yeah, it's like a deep cut
he is
of
extremely
outlaw
famous,
country.
and Brandon will know
I'd
who
say
he is.
extreme.
One time I
famous.
served coffee to David Schwimmer.
I mean, just
That's
look
famous.
up who he look up who he is.
You know
David Schwimmer wrote the
is.
song.
No, but
I can't sing.
Kelly said he walked in the thing and they warned him like David like might be a little bit like
He's-
out of pocket or racist.
Hey
something.
man, he's a little David Allen Cole.
But it turned
toward
out
new people.
turned out
Yeah,
he was a super cool
exactly.
guy.
Scott Coles.
How about David Allen Crow?
I like
No, that must be
David
cool
Bryan Crow.
to go in and have someone say that about you, and then have to explain who you are at the same time.
Hey man, that guy who's a little racist.
I mean,
he's also a country
just because
singer.
you don't know like any musicians or anything doesn't mean that
No,
the
I
rest of the
know
world doesn't know who
musicians.
these people are. Like you can look up who he is,
Dude, you could tell by looking at Dylan, he knows who Eminem is.
Yeah,
I'm not even wearing my beanie right now.
you don't know any movies or any
Yeah, I do.
music. You don't know anything. So just because you don't know it doesn't mean that other people don't know it.
What do you know
Yeah,
a lot
but
about,
Jason
Dylan?
doesn't know it, and he knows a lot of music.
He just knows rap.
I don't listen to country.
I mean, that's a
YouTube is the
different
public.
argument,
I like
Mac.
some
don't
of
know
that
if you should
old
be
stuff.
listening
I
to
like.
that.
It's not a rap podcast.
I like some of that
outlaw
old country
country.
music, like All My Rowdy Friends,
Yeah,
that kind of shit.
That's Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah,
You do
Hank-
listen to
yeah,
country rap.
I always forget which Hank Williams I like and which ones I don't.
It's only Hank Williams Jr.
What about Hank the Third?
Yeah.
I remember I listened to a lot of outlaw country when I worked in the kitchen. The cooks would always play outlaw country.
Yeah, you probably never really listened to Hank Williams Sr. much because his was, even though he's like the godfather of it, he kind of gave birth to it, but wasn't really outlaw himself.
I don't like pop country and shit.
Or like
Yeah,
Hank
no, hate
Hill.
that shit.
I like a Badonkadonk song though, a honky tonk Badonkadonk. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I
the
like
thong
Red
song.
Solo Cup. I fill you up.
I got
Let's
friends
have a
in low
party.
places.
Yeah.
Good.
I like the Red Solo Cup song.
I don't like the Low Places song. That song sucks.
No,
I
other
like this
songs
song.
suck.
Didn't Toby Keith write a song like that was anti-terrorist after 9/11?
That song is amazing.
That's
Mac
cool.
Emotionally moved by this song.
No,
There was so much
I'll play it
trash
in between
music that
episodes really quick. It's so funny. It's like
That was a thing.
Oh my
just
God.
He's like-
easy money.
He's like, I'll kick your fucking ass.
He's like, he
That'd
was
be
like
weird if-
Afghanistan Taliban, like shoot a rocket up a camel's ass, something like that.
if
It's
9/11
amazing.
if 9/11 happened now, just imagine what all social media would look like. Even when I was a kid, it was like we'd have to write letters or make projects about it.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't have to make it about 9/11, but that's the easy A.
What if 311
remember
happened again? I'd be like, ugh. Not again.
I wasn't allowed
I'm not
to-
going to listen to this.
I wasn't
That's a
allowed to write my
tragedy.
pen pal Osama bin Laden after 9/11.
Oh,
Exactly.
I do
Isolated.
like his restaurant, Osama bin Ladle.
Yeah, Osama bin Ladle.
Sometimes
Hey,
the
you know,
boy goes
I have
too
a-
far.
Good soup.
I have Twitch emotes, Osama bin Ladle, on my Twitch stream.
Nice.
I made like a little icon. It's Osama bin Laden's head with a ladle coming down.
I
It's
want to
cool,
hop on
it's
your
cool.
streams, but I never know. What's your schedule?
I
Obama,
basically have only
Bin
been
Laden.
doing Fridays at 6, but I'm
Okay.
going to do it more.
Okay, so
I've been talking to somebody who knows about Twitch, and they're going to help me. get
if
better.
I want to hop on or tell Benji to hop on because he likes Twitch.
Yeah.
So Fridays
Ryan,
is
right?
the one that
Fridays
you
at
always
6
do.
is the one I always do. It's Root Beer Friday stream,
Okay.
6 to 7 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
So you crack a ice cold root beer.
That's another thing,
hopefully
too.
What about menstrual time?
Shield it.
I
Menstrual
just talk to them.
menstrual time.
Menstrual time.
6 to 7 menstrual time.
I'll probably be headlining Instagram Live again soon on cocaine and saying things I should.
Yeah.
Snorting cocaine on camera.
Yeah.
Were you doing that?
I did. No, I
was
didn't do
accused of
cocaine on
that.
camera.
Have you ever done cocaine?
Yeah, a couple times. And I almost died on this podcast.
Oh, wait a minute. I was here.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I've never
remember I
tried
almost
cocaine.
died.
I've never tried it.
And it was my fault.
Really?
It was my fault for him not having a soylent.
I used to have a friend who would do it a lot, and then he would corner me and talk about how women shouldn't have jobs, and that's the problem with society.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Probably
I'm never
what
going to
was
do
on
this
I
drug.
haven't done it in a while. I mean, if you need,
He's
if
like,
you
the
need
whole
an
problem with
upper-
society is that women used to stay home and raise the kids, and now they don't.
Yeah, well, it's like they can work on their own.
It's like
now.
giving women jobs.
Yeah, the cost benefit of cocaine is very very low or very bad. It's so expensive and it goes away every 30 minutes and you have to do more. And it's not worth it.
DMT though. This guy was talking about.
You
he
better
did
just,
DMT.
you better
saw
just take a
Hitler.
pill.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On DMT, on TMZ, all I see is stars.
What
they
I-
don't cover Hitler.
What I
That's
want,
Paul Wall
TMZ.
lyric, very level 5.
what I want is some Pervitin.
I'm on DMT.
I want
on
some
TMZ. All I see is
This
stars.
is a different dimension of
Do
comedy.
you guys know Pervitin?
No, Percocet. What?
I know
Permitin?
Pervitin. It's what the Nazis were required to take.
Percotin.
It's
No, I don't know
it's
it.
a pill. It's essentially.
Sounds like the city I destroyed,
It's
Tarkington.
it's essentially Adderall mixed with Xanax mixed with Vicodin. So it's a painkiller.
Why Vicodin?
So for pain.
My friend who's in the military said they put saltpeter in their food so they can never get boners. They
Really?
put
The
like
Wolf of
yeah,
Wall
he's in the
Street
National
method.
Guard, and you just eat this. The food that you get from the military makes you not horny.
I think there's this stuff
but
called.
the-
That's
Eucalyptus-
scary to me.
Pervitin was the reason they were able to take over France so fast because they would be able to march for days on end without sleeping.
Exactly.
That combined with the fact that French are pussies.
And then also there was a Xanax type
Fuck
of thing
you,
in
French.
there. There's a Xanax type of thing, like an anti-anxiety thing that would make you not feel bad about killing people as much, and then a pain thing so you can like take more bullets without going down.
I think Razor Ramon was on all these drugs as well.
Yeah.
I heard Hitler was he took this stuff Eucadil or something like that, and it was like it's like cocaine mixed with amphetamine, and he took like a bunch of it, and he was on the way to meet Mussolini, and then he was feeling so good he said, "Give me another one," and then he took that with like to the veins.
He did a lot of drugs,
and then he just talked the whole time, and then Italy didn't leave like helping them or something. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I
If
just
you
watched.
talk
Or
at
wait, was that with
people-
Mussolini or was
Yeah.
Stalin? Because I remember they were like kind of pals prior to something.
No, it was Mussolini, but
I just watched
I feel
the,
like that must have been an awkward friendship rivalry.
Yeah.
I just watched the first Wonder Woman because I love women and I never sexually assault them.
I also
Yeah.
love women.
And,
we obviously all know that, and everyone knows that. And,
And it takes place.
if anyone were to say that, I would get into a big Instagram
yeah,
argument with
especially
them
if it was like a slow girl.
and completely prove them wrong.
yeah, like,
And call someone that they claimed that they told them about it and they didn't tell them about it.
But anyway, World War One, she's fighting some guy, and he takes place during World War One. He keeps cracking open this powder and sniffing it, and it makes him strong and good at fighting, so he could fight Wonder Woman.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet.
Well, I mean, they actually had that in World War II.
This is World War One, though.
Yeah.
Interesting. They're probably conflating the shit.
I think they gave. I think Hitler gave Pervitin to the Japanese as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that podcast about the Japanese
Dude, yeah.
hardcore history.
I think
I might.
I might get his Patreon or whatever.
I think I might too. Yeah,
You could
I've
listen
been
to that
meaning to.
after ours.
He doesn't have Patreon. You have to buy the episodes like individually off his website.
I think there's a Patreon at the end of this. I was listening to this Viking one, and at the end of it, they said it was Patreon.
Oh, it's a new one. So yeah, shout out to Hardcore History.
Have you ever seen
the free Viking one is
Yeah.
really good.
I listened to all the Viking ones. I didn't really get it.
have you ever seen them?
There's so many different guys.
Yeah, it was hard to follow. There was a couple interesting stories, but I felt like it was too vague. It wasn't like the World War II ones that are like really detailed.
Yeah.
You could just watch something else with some same information. Have you ever seen them try to sell an individual article? No thanks.
Well,
I'm not paying to read.
No, but yeah.
Imagine paying to read in a world where libraries have existed my entire life,
Yeah.
where nobody has ever charged people to read.
Read your bullshit with ads.
Yeah.
fake news,
I mean, I would
fake
pay to
The
listen.
internet is getting so bad.
That's why if there's a new 9/11,
We should
you
charge
just see the
$10 per
virtue
episode.
signaling
To get, we should charge $10 per episode to get more viewers.
We're part of it. Where are we at? Are we keeping this guy waiting?
We should charge $10 per episode. Is what I'm
So
saying.
we always
Nah,
try
we
to
got a
give the
couple minutes.
fans
I'm
an
down.
hour.
I'm down
As
to
we say, if it's an hour, that's like what a stand-up special would be. A headliner should be able to do an hour. So we do an hour every week.
Jason
for
is
free.
a breadliner.
Yeah, I'm kind of a
Yes,
breadliner.
we can.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe Michael Robinson is because he's homeless.
I'm a
He's
get-
in the breadline.
I'm a get headliner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm bald
Yeah,
headliner.
I get headliner from the headliners.
Bald headliner. Yeah.
It's nice.
Receding hairliner.
Yeah. It receded all the way.
A one-liner.
It just didn't
receding
stop
hairline.
receding.
Well, Dylan's kind of a perfectionist.
A
When his
cocaine
hairline
liner.
started receding, he's like, I need to perfect this.
Yeah.
I've had black people tell me I have a great beard lined up kind of really well.
You
so-
do.
Do you do yourself?
Yeah, and
I think
Mac
you should- I
makes
think
fun of me
you
for
are,
doing my hair. I do my hair every day.
I think you should be
Yeah.
proud of your bald head too, because
Thank you.
I
you
just think
got
it's
a,
supposed
you
to
got
be
a solid bald head.
Testosterone coursing through
Well,
my veins.
not even the testosterone thing, but some of these bald head guys, they look weird.
They have lumpy heads, and it's a weird
Yeah,
shape.
lumpy or-
Egghead, cone head.
They have that thing where you could scrunch it up and it looks like a brain.
Yeah.
What's your new glove thing you got going on?
So I bought these gloves. They work on the phone.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's good for me to add anything that looks intentional to my
So are
outfit.
you a burglar?
Yeah.
Well,
Is it because when you touch
you-
things, it's
you
kind
should
of
be glad.
overstimulates you?
I'm not sitting out there right now, but if I was, I'd probably be finding any smelling salts you have.
I don't think I have any.
me,
But
Do you get easily overstimulated
but
by
with the gloves, it
tactile
looks
sensations?
like you're trying not to leave fingerprints when you maybe
Yes.
when you do one of those things you're talking about on live. Yeah.
I've been keeping this tally of does Dylan have OCD or autism, and we just got to tick on the autism.
I just feel like the most autistic thing you can do is least socially aware thing you can do is talk about someone else's diseases they don't have. And just
I don't know if that's
Oh,
true.
I'm socially aware.
I
I'm trying
feel
to
like
hurt
that's pretty
people.
unaware. Though.
That's very.
I'm aware.
It's different.
I'm the most. I'm the most
No,
socially aware,
no.
socially unaware person.
How is it different
Yeah.
from me?
I'm the most aware, socially
because you
unaware
like
person.
to hurt people.
Why is it different from me?
Hurt people.
Well, you
hurt
don't seem to want to just hurt people, but then you might just not. It's like the selective hearing. You might not know your.
No,
There's a social cue that your brain just suppresses in a way.
no.
We could
I am
do-
very self-aware of how unaware I am socially. And
So
There
you
are
know- so
known
you
knowns and there are unknown knowns.
So you admit that you're autistic.
That's what that
No.
sounds like.
Yeah, that's what that would mean.
why?
There are
Because
known
you're-
knowns and there are known unknowns.
You're saying that you accept
and there are unknown
your
unknowns.
unawareness.
No, because
If you
I.
accept your unawareness.
I'm the
of
most.
social
I'm the most
cues,
aware, unaware person of all time.
So you admit that you're autistic.
No, because I'm the most aware.
Well, you just said you.
So that
you're
breaks
aware
even.
That you're not the
Well,
most
no, it breaks
aware.
even.
I
don't
was
think that's
saying
how-
to Tina the other night, I
It's
go,
not 50-50.
so I've been doing comedy
Yeah,
like
it
10
is.
years.
It's like men and women.
I've done a million projects, run shows, and I've been parts of many different comedic
Project
groups. You know, where it's like me and a couple other comics
Mm-hmm.
doing some bullshit. And you guys are definitely the craziest people I've ever done a
Yes.
project with.
That's why it all works.
This was when you guys were I looked at my phone, 100 text messages between you guys the other night
Yeah.
about like literally nothing. Like
No,
Yeah.
see,
I can't even remember. I mean, I'm sure it is something to you, but it was not really a thing that's going to have major consequences.
and
in
I
the future.
said I was sparring, and to me it's funny because I know
You were-
whatever
you were-
we
you weren't
say, we
joking
get
at all.
past it. Yeah, he was.
100 messages at 3 in the morning is
I was-
sparring.
And then he was,
If he tried-
and then he
if
was
Matt
trying to
tries to
FaceTime me when I was
gaslight
telling him
me-
no while I was
And
taking
then, yeah,
shit.
you're-
And I was like,
If Matt
and then,
tries
he,
to
and then he FaceTimed
gaslight-
Mike Robinson.
The people who FaceTime you when you're fighting is like a borderline personality disorder
Yeah.
move.
I don't know if that's in the medical journals.
It was
but
insane, all the stuff that you were saying.
no, it
But
wasn't.
Matt,
you
you
see,
also
that is
you guys are
that's
both
why.
you guys are both
What?
perfectly fitted to make this
Because
go on too
you don't-
long.
you don't
because you can't
know.
let it go either.
You don't
Like you
know
can't
what
let
I'm
it go either. You
saying.
have to correct him when you think he's wrong. So it's like you can't just like let him go.
No,
So you guys
And
are
I'll
like
let Matt
you guys
go.
are the perfect like
No, I think instead of saying that I
combination
think instead of
to
saying
make
that
it
you're
go
joking,
forever.
you should like apologize for always doing these long ass fucking things.
I just don't feel bad if you have 100 texts. Just don't read them then.
I mean, I'll
well, then
skim
you,
him,
then you FaceTime
and I'll
me
make
too.
a couple jokes.
Yeah. And I just, if you try to gaslight
Instead of just trying to
me-
say it's a joke, it wasn't a joke. Your stuff was
Yeah.
serious.
Well,
you guys
it's
were
just like,
you guys were
it's- to me,
FaceTiming.
it's
I was
still
face
playful.
palming.
Yeah.
If I'm calling you out for something, then it's not like I'm angry. It's just saying this is the side you're taking. Don't act like you're not.
We should, if you guys want to hear more about this, check out our Patreon.
Yep.
Maybe we can. I'll tell you the details about this. Spicy,
All right. Thanks for coming on,
spiciness.
Dylan.
So much drama.
for having
lately.
me.
Thanks for
People
coming on,
are
Jason.
nuts.
There's a lot of
Thanks for having me.
dramedy.
A lot of dramedy in the scene.
Patreon.com/badcomedy.
Oh yeah.